This video is going to be talking about translating again, and so we can also translate. That's a little bit of a typo there, and we have been doing this in previous problems, so hopefully you're getting the hang of it by now. Let's look at this one that says write each sentence as an equation. We're going to take it, change it from English words and basically into mathematical equation. So remember, we're looking for those key words. And the first key word that I see is sum, which is an addition symbol. We also have another key word here of is. Any of our to be verbs, those can be written mathematically as an equals symbol. So is, are, gives, any of that kind of thing, which gives is not a to be verb, but those are indicative of equals signs. So we know that we're going to be adding something together, and we're going to have it equal to something else because of those key words. Now let's look back up here in our problem and see exactly what are we adding. We are summing up or adding this negative 42 and also 16. So let's show that we are adding negative 42 and 16, and that is or equals the 26. This is our equation. And isn't that a true statement? If you had a negative 42 and a positive 16, that would in fact be a positive 26. Our next one says the product of negative 5 and negative 29 gives 145. The product of, that should be another keyword for multiplication. And here, the word gives is another keyword. It represents equals. So we know we're going to have to be multiplying two things together and get an answer. Well, what two things are we multiplying together here? We're taking the product of the negative 5 and the negative 29. So negative 5 times negative 29 gives or equals 145. Now we have, for our next problem, that says negative 2 times the sum of 3 and 12 is negative 30. So let's see what we have here. We know that times is a key word for multiplication. All right. What are we going to be multiplying here? Negative 2 times, or multiplied to, a sum. So we're multiplying negative 2 times a sum or an addition of two things. What two things are we adding together? 3 and 12. So we're adding together 3 and 12. Now, because we are multiplying to a sum, that means we have to do that summation first, because remember, multiplication comes before addition in order of operations. So in order to make it come first, we better put parentheses around it. Then we also have a keyword for is, which is an equal sign, negative 30. So we could rewrite that and kind of clean it up a bit. Negative 2 times 3 plus 12 equals negative 30. Our last example in this lesson says the quotient of 100 and twice 50 is equal to 1. So here we have our key word, quotient, which is a division. And what are we dividing? Well, 100 and twice 50. Twice 50 literally means 2 times 50. Here we have a keyword is equal to. Well, that's pretty, bold there, isn't it? Equal to means equals. And what does it equal? 1. Now we could rewrite this if we wanted to as 100 over 2, and instead of a multiplication symbol we could say parenthesis 50. That means 2 times 50 equals 1, and that is in fact a true statement.